Welcome to day one of backyard pottery. We are going to be taking some clay that I dug out of the ground and just doing a real simple field test to see if it's even worth using. So imagine you're going for a hike and you see some clay in a creek bank, or you're digging a hole to plant a tree and you hit some clay in the ground there, or a construction site where they've dug deep into the ground, you can see the different layers of earth. Basically, when you get past the topsoil, you're going to find clay, but it may be too sandy or too silty or too otherwise contaminated to be useful. So the real simple field test for this is I'm just going to take some of the clay that I dug out. This is literally just dirt. All right, you can see. And I'm just going to add some water to it. Let it soak up that water. Now if I added too much water, I can add more clay. If I added too much clay, I can add more water. By the way, this is my lovely assistant Jack right here. As promised, I said he would be included in the videos. He likes to get in the way. And I'm just mixing this up with my thumb in the palm of my hand. And I can add some more clay to it. And the idea is to get this into the consistency that, you know, you can see that it's starting to stick together. And I'm just trying to break up the clumps. And once I have this into a plastic-like consistency, then the test to see if this is useful, well, it'll be useful, but to determine how good it's going to be, I guess. I think it was Michael Cardew said that if it sticks to your boots, it's clay. In other words, if you have dirt that's this sticky, then it's got a high clay content in it. But to find out how plastic it's going to be, in other words, if it has too much other contaminants in it, like silt and sand and soil and stuff, what we're going to do is we're going to roll it, make a little coil, okay, got my little snake here, and then wrap it around my finger. And if I can wrap it around, see it cracked right there when I wrapped it, so that may be a part that just didn't get mixed in enough, or that could be an indication that it's not very plastic. So the idea is if you can wrap it around your finger without it cracking, then it's useful right out of the ground. Now if you wrap it around your finger and it does crack, well, it's sticking in my hand now, there we go. If you wrap it around your finger and it does crack, that could be an indication that it just has too much other stuff in it. Now you see I can wrap that around. So I can use this as is. I can start molding this. Now it feels pretty gritty. It feels like it has a lot of little pebbles in it and things like that. So the more I process this, the more smooth I can make it. And the way I process it is first I would mix it with a lot of water, make a real thin slurry with it, then pour it through a colander to get out all the pebbles, then pour it through a sieve, like a screen, to get rid of more of the smaller chunks, until I had it really thin and smooth. And then I would let it settle out and pour off the water just like I do with the reclaim, until I have, you know, until I can scoop it out and put it onto plaster to dry it out and then remix it, and then it's usable clay. Now I don't think this is bad just straight out of the ground. I think that this is, you know, the fact that I can make a ring out of it like this, I think that this is useful just like this. So I'm not going to bother with running it through screens and things like that. I'm going to use it just like this. I'm not going to waste much time. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take that. Here, can you point the camera over here? Okay, I'm going to take that bucket, which has the clay in it. I'm going to take that bucket that has the water in it. I'm going to pour the water into the clay and let it soak up. Then tomorrow we'll mix it up more and go from there. And I leave you now with my dog playing with his favorite toy.